friends, how are you doing? So, I feel like a jerk. I feel like a big ass jerk right now. I I know it's hard to believe. Little Miss Perfect here. I'm on live. You better have a shirt on. Little Miss Perfect here. Made a mistake. And I judged somebody harshly. Hold on, Daddy. Go over there because I'm going to have adult talk. I'm going to have adult talk. I feel like an ass. Like I really do. Because I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand what I just judged somebody like pretty harshly. Really bad. I judged somebody and I shouldn't have. Put it low, Daddy-o. And see, I don't get my answers like right away. I get them when it's the right time, divine timing. So I just feel like an ass right now. Like I totally like judge somebody like really bad. And I know I always say no judgment, okay? But I wasn't really judging because, with every person, every situation, everything, I get like I have to have closure in my mind, even if it's not like physical closure or a verbal. Sorry, my son has this thing on really loud. You know, as long as I can understand it in my mind. Daddy-o, put it low. Sorry, I had to raise my voice. But I just am an asshole, and I'm not perfect, I always say that all the time. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes all the time, like on a regular basis, okay? And I didn't mean, I just feel like a jerk. Like I really judge somebody like pretty harshly, and they shouldn't have. And I know I've been saying this whole time, don't be judging, but sometimes I don't take my own advice, okay? Sometimes I don't because I'm just used, this is 42 years of figuring shit out and doing it, like unlearning what we learn our whole life, And I totally like misjudge somebody like really bad. Like we didn't have like closure or anything, but in my mind, like I think I had it figured out, like okay. I just try to make sense of everything, okay? And that was like the worst thing I could do. Okay, see, whenever you are around like people that aren't good for you, like I said in my other video, sometimes they don't know they're not the good person. Like they don't know they're the karmic. They don't know they're the bad influence. They don't know. They don't know. They don't. Okay, they are clueless to it. So should we blame that person? Because you know how we're supposed to be separating from people, places, or things that no longer serve us, right? But people, like I was a karmic at one point. We all operated on our dark side more, than our light side, okay? That's how I see us. Like I see everybody as that you have your light side and your dark side, okay? And sometimes we operate more on our dark side because of our surroundings, the way we're taught, your neighborhood, whatever, So I was once a karmic, okay? I once was a person that did, operate like my mind was thinking differently most of my life, okay? So I've made changes, okay? And now I'm operating more on my light side, okay? So I'm no longer that person because I've made drastic changes in my life, okay? So people we meet, like I said the last time when I said I'm taking videos off about things I've been through with people who I don't talk to anymore, right? Okay, so those people, like I mentioned, could have made changes as well. They might not be the same people that I left them off as. People change all the time. It just takes you wanting to change. It just acknowledging and making the changes, right? That's what I say here, right? But if you really don't know why certain things happened to certain relationships that you had with people, well, the way I used to think is, okay, well, maybe this was a karmic. Maybe this person was toxic, you know? But what if that person has changed too? You know, I don't know. Anybody can change, you know? And I didn't mean to judge like that, you know? But in my defense, the beginning of this tornado was, I mean, you have to understand, okay, when I started this, I was doing some drastic things because certain situations required drastic measures, okay? And I had to, because I felt that was the only way to do it, because I didn't know how to do it reasonably, logically. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to do it. All I knew was to pop off. That's it. That's all I know. It's to go off on a motherfucker. You know, that's all I know. That's all I used to know. I was a very violent person, okay? And that's all I knew. I only knew the aggressive way to do it, you know, is to force people, you know? And I don't think like that anymore, you know? So the way I did it in the beginning was logical to me because I wasn't in the right state of mind, you know, like I was fucking loca, you know. I didn't know, okay? I didn't know. And like I say, you know, there was a lot of judgment placed on me, probably based on that, because a lot of people started watching me around the same time, okay? And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that y'all had to start watching me then, but it had to happen like that for whatever reason. I have no idea. But at least I've changed. I'm not no longer as aggressive, okay? Because I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned that I don't want to be that person anymore. I want people to be afraid of me. I don't want people to be intimidated by me. I don't want people to not want to approach me because I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't, okay? And I didn't mean to judge people like I did. I was judging like I was. But in my mind, that was me like coming to terms with why all these people were talking to me, why things happened the way they did. You know, I had to come up with something in my mind to move on, you know, because it was just a lot. Okay. It was a lot. Okay. But I am proud of myself for keeping my integrity the whole time, being my authentic self the whole time. Even though I'm not that same person, I was being authentic. That's the way I thought back then, you know? And I never, ever gave in. Never gave in to anybody. I never said, okay, you know what? Let me just back it up a little bit because people can't handle this right now. Okay. Let me just simmer down just a little bit. No, I stayed in my truth the whole time. And you don't understand what that means to me. Yeah, I did it all fucked up. I did it the wrong way. But for somebody like me who never spoke up for myself, who never spoke up, who never did shit like this on the internet and aired out my business, that was huge for me. That was big for me. Okay. And it also taught people what not to do in a situation like that. Okay. Don't do what I do. only the good stuff, okay? But if you do make mistakes like me, don't beat yourself up about it. You know, don't ever regret, because everything happens for a reason. And that was for me to learn and for me to grow and for me to show you, don't do this. Don't be like me, okay? Because I don't wish what I went through like on my worst enemy. Like I don't wish that on anybody. And I know it comes back around. I don't even wish that. That's just how the world works. That's just how it goes. That's how, like, you reap what you sow, you know, it's true. And I don't, but that's just how, I mean, I had to go through it, you know. It's just like, that's just something that happens, you know. And I wish there was a way that we could bypass it, since I'm okay, you know. It didn't kill me. It didn't make me do anything drastic to myself. Like if somebody, like a weak person, not weak in a mean way, just hear me out. Like a weak person, like if all that happened to them, they may have not have survived, because that's how bad it was. It was very bad. It was an all day 365, not 365, because I did eventually let it go. But, you know, it was a lot. And there's a lot of sensitive people out there. I'm a sensitive person. How I survived it, I have no idea. But I'm very thankful that I did. I prayed on it all the time. Like I prayed several times a day, you know, just for it to go away. And that's all I can recommend, is just keep the faith. Don't ever give up on yourself, and don't ever give up on whatever your situation is, because it will. Because it will get better. It always gets better, as long as you don't give up. Don't give up. And just, you have to think of things totally different. I'm telling you, you have to think of everything completely different. You have to have a whole new mindset, and you can get through anything, and you can do anything you want. You literally can. Anyways, I just want to apologize for judging people that I don't know. I still don't know these people. Because I don't know what they were told. And again, you know, it's ignorance. Not mean, but ignorance. You know, we're placing judgment on people based on what other people say. We always do that a lot. I know I used to do it. But I don't want to ever judge people like that again, because I still don't know why. Okay? But I feel guilty for judging, and I feel like an ass. I really do. I really do feel like an ass. Anyways, there, my conscience is clear. All right, I gotta go to bed. I gotta go get up early. Goodbye.